Welcome back, everybody, to the Birdies and Bourbon Show. Dan, it's going to be a quick episode. We've only got 30 of the, I don't know, is it the best players? I guess it's the best thus far, but man, what a
Here's
lot
my
of
strategy. Start your lineup with DJ, and then just I'm signing off. I'm going to watch some tennis now. That's all I got.
So you're going to pick DJ 6 times, eh?
That's it. Just one. No, I just need. I'm forgoing the other 4 or 5, whatever it is. I'm forgoing the other ones. I'm just picking DJ.
Yeah, well, it's going to be interesting to see what does DJ's bounce back look like after Jon Rahm just delivered the 60-foot closer. I mean, DJ, he's canning that 40-footer, and he's fist pumping and thinking he's really got something. Man, Rahm made short work of him, buddy. Who do you think was happier? You think Jon Rahm, or do you think our buddy down in South Florida? He loved to see that loss.
Ooh, you think BK is a big Jon Rahm fan?
I think he is now. I think he is now.
I tell you, one guy who won a bunch of money yesterday, and that would be Lefty. Oh, Lefty was putting some money down on Johnny. Oh yeah.
I'm sure he did. You think he's got? Has he got Michael Jordan saved as his favorite yet? Just on speed dial.
I don't. Hey, 23. Johnny just pulled one out. I got some extra cash. Let's go.
Oh yeah. So the course is making its way to Atlanta, Georgia. I think we're only like a couple of weeks off on this one. So should be pretty similar experience. We have been getting a shitload of rain down here. So course is already playing. It's not overly long, but I think it is going to play a little bit longer this week just with all the rain. We had Chad Parker on the GM at the golf club there. So, kind of going through the requirements from the PGA, et cetera. So looks like it may dry up a little bit this week. There's just been so much rain over the past couple of weeks. It's going to be interesting to see. Well,
I'm here in Raleigh. It just poured here. It just poured. Is it pouring there today?
No, we're in pretty good shape today. So.
Cal is in Atlanta, people. So.
Oh yeah.
Feet on the ground.
Not far from the course, man. I'm only about a mile and a half or so away. Maybe Chad. Hey, Chad. If you need some help over the weekend, man, give me a buzz. Might slip over there. I guess I could go
on Friday this week.
So we got a Friday start and a Monday finish. So I don't know necessarily. It's obviously we got the holiday coming up. I don't know what the benefits are really to changing that. You'd think that the tour guys are like, you know what? Let's just get this thing over with, and let me go enjoy my vacation, man. So I don't know.
I guess maybe ratings will be bigger because nobody's doing anything on Monday except grilling out and all that kind of stuff. So, Yeah. Hey, I'm all for it. So that's fine. I always love a Thursday. I love Thursdays. It gives, that we're all working from home. It gives you something to look at in the background and et cetera. It's a fun time, but we'll deal this week. We'll deal.
Well, you'll have a free day on Thursday, so maybe you can bet the ponies a little bit. We got a big horse race coming up on Saturday. So
speaking of, what do you have sitting in front of you?
Well, today we are sipping on a little Blanton single barrel. So, it's quite tasty. I've had it cracked for a little while. I did pick up a couple more bottles. So I said, let's go ahead and work this one down. Smooth, man. It's, Blanton's is one of those Buffalo Trace products that's heavily allocated. I have been finding it somewhat reasonable, though, not the $300 and $400 price range. So, tasty pour, man. I'll work this bottle over there in the pod. All right, man. Well, let's jump into this. So, should be a familiar track for most people. So, we are at Eastlake Golf Course, the home of Bobby Jones in Atlanta, Georgia. It's going to be playing, 72 to 7,400, depending, where they've got the tee boxes set up. It is a par 70. Once again, we're on Bermuda greens. That's kind of the strength of this course, or the course's defense, is, I played it a few times. It's kind of straightforward. I would imagine that the rough is going to be thicker than usual, just given all the rain that we've got. And then, are they going to be able to dry those greens out? Probably so, but we might see some low scores again. I don't think we're going to see anything like. I think may wind up with what we saw last week. I don't think we're going to get the Sedgefield experience, that's for sure. But we'll see. So a couple things. What are you looking for this week from the players? It's going to be strokes gained off the tee, strokes gained on approach, birdies or better. And then strokes gained on the par threes from 200 yards plus. I believe, number 16, I guess, is it's a little par three over water. It's not terribly long, but you got number 9, which, that thing tips out. I mean, it's probably close to 230 yards or better kind of over the lake right there. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. So the par fours, you got 7 par fours that are measuring over 450 yards. The folks that are leading in that category: Tony Finau, DeChambeau, DJ, Harris English, and Kevin Na. Surprised to see Kevin Na in there. He's not definitely not the longest guy on tour. But those are the guys that are leading the field in par fours since the restart. Eastlake is a Donald Ross design, so it's going to look a lot like Sedgefield, where the Wyndham was played, Detroit Country Club, where we had the Rocket Mortgage, both similar in design, being from Donald Ross and the Bermuda Greens. So who's playing well here historically? So you got Billy Horschel. He's won here. Just trying to think, look and see who else is in the field. JT plays really well here. Obviously, Rory does, defending champion. Xander plays really well here. Tony plays really well. He likes this track. So some familiar names that we're going to see, I guess one. So let's talk about past champions. So you got McIlroy, Tiger Woods not in the field, Xander, Rory again, Jordan Spieth not in the field, Billy Ho, who is, Henrik Stenson not in the field, Brandt Snedeker, and Bill Haas. So you got, about a 50% split there of in the field and not in the field. So and I like some of those names, right? We'll dig into that a little bit more. But before we do that, let's talk about who may not be showing up, even though they did get their ticket punched to go to Eastlake. We're gonna have a little baby McElroy before the weekend, because he said, "Hey man, it's what did he say? I can make I've made the FedEx playoffs several times. I've won at Eastlake, but there's only one time that your first kid's going to be born." So kind of getting the sense, man, that he may be asking, "Hey, go ahead and induce labor. That way I don't have to make the trip."
Rorina.
Exactly. little Rorina. So, I haven't heard any noise about that, but so if he does pull out prior to the tournament starting, are we going to get somebody introduced? I haven't seen, I took a look, but I haven't seen any word on that. So do we now go to a 29-man field? I know Leishman's probably thinking like, shit, if Rory doesn't come, maybe I won't come either.
So let me ask, your lineup's barbells, right? So it's DJ at -30, Leishman at +30, the barbell. That's what you did, right?
It's it's kind of funky. So I don't know where we're really going to wind up at with, I'm sure you took a look at the cost of those people. I mean, DJ at $15,000, and then you go, then you got Leishman at like what, 52 or 56, somewhere in the $5,000 mark. So, but lots of folks, man, that I like here. So you got Rory, again, that's won twice in the past 4 years. You got JT's had 4 starts here. Xander's had 3 starts. Billy Ho's had 3 starts. And let's see, I think all those guys have finished in the top 10 for all of their starts here. It's going to be important to hit fairways. So in looking at, who you leaning towards and which kind of direction you're going to go there. The fairway hit rate's just over 60%. And that's for the tour, and Eastlake is actually just over 50% at Eastlake. So it's going to be greens and regulations. We'll kind of dig a little deeper in these guys, but the average driving distance is just under 300. And again, the Bermuda greens, I mean, that's kind of what's going to catch a lot of people, which, some of the names that we're looking at, maybe not necessarily the best putters, or it's not kind of what's getting them there. They're shaky from a putting standpoint. So it'll be interesting to see where we wind up. And one thing that's kind of unique about this, it's you're starting with points already on the board. So I think DJ, based on their ranking coming in, so DJ's coming in, and I think he's starting the tournament at 10 under. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of screwy. I don't really know. And last year was the first year that they did it. So I don't really know.
No, they did it last 2 years, right? Because they did that year that Tiger won the tournament and Justin Rose won the.
He won the FedEx Cup.
No, that was in 18, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Rory won it last year.
Rory won last year. Yeah, exactly. No, 2019
I'm not going to pay attention to that for this stuff here today. For the fantasy stuff, it's really kind of just who's going to win the tournament, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it has nothing to do with. I mean, it's not tied to who's winning.
I'm not taking my shoes off for this podcast.
I didn't know you put them on.
Oh boy.
All right, man. So let's see. I guess just to mention. So I think you're going to have a lot of people showing up at the tournament that really don't have anything to play for. So I think you're kind of going to see them pull out some of the stops, and because everybody's collecting a check, right? And if you can go out there and play with, I mean, there's nothing to play for except make birdies and win, especially for the folks that are in the bottom 15. So does somebody like a Leishman come in and just unrestricted and just start hammering the ball? I mean, what's it going to get him? I don't know, but it would be interesting to see.
Yeah, only 30 guys in the field, but we were talking to Chad Parker. He said it's going to play a lot like years in the past. With the rain they've had some trouble, with regards to when they cut or whatnot. When they have their windows, if you will, they get out there with all those mowers, and I think the rough's going to be tough. Without the crowds there, is going to be, that's going to be different than last year. But I think we got a great field, and let's get into it, man. Let's get into this stuff. So, 15,200. How much do you want? This is like that. This is like your bourbon run last week.
Exactly. Yeah.
How much are you willing to pay for that?
So I don't have him in my primary lineup. So I am not playing DJ as a primary. There's no doubt that dude is on a hot streak. I don't know I wasn't bullish on him at the BMW, just coming off of that, 30 under performance the week before. And typically we haven't seen players go back to back with just super strong performances, right? But boy, was I wrong. And now we're going to have to look at this thing. And now we're going 3 weeks that we're going to have, DJ coming in. Is he coming in hot? I mean, probably.
I think he's still got that fire from Koepka saying, who's on the leaderboard? I think I recognize DJ. I think I played a practice round with him once.
Yeah. Overall, he plays pretty good here. So he was T29 last year, third in 18, 17, T17 in 17, T6 in 15. And in 16, he was T6. And then in 15, he was T5. So for the most part, he's finishing, top third.
T29. That's only 39 people in the field.
Yeah, exactly.
He finished dead last year.
Yeah, right.
Is that right?
There's 30 people, so he would. No,
it's only 29 last year.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, he was. He was tied for dead last.
Yeah, with Lucas Glover. There you go. Yeah.
So it'll be interesting.
Last year he lost 5.1 shots putting.
And so that's where, he's ranked 18th in the field here for putting. So that's kind of killing him. I think the other one that's going to be, that we got to look at is going to be approach. And, he's ranked 19th in approach. So off the tee, he's ranked 6th. So, you got some plus side there. If you put him in a lineup, nobody's going to call you crazy, man. That's for sure. The dude is he's just hitting on all cylinders and playing arguably the best golf in his career. So I didn't go that route. Plenty of other players with some experience here and plenty of other players that are playing hot. So I passed on DJ. I know you didn't, did you?
I did. I passed on DJ.
Oh, you passed on him.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to play him in some of the other, some of the multiple entries, but
The pricing's strange this week because there's not a whole lot of like close to each other. So even if you have like $300 more, you might not get a better guy or not a better guy, but a different guy just above him. I mean, he might be $500 more because there's just not that many players. But 15,200 is a lot to pay for a guy that didn't play well here last year.
Yeah,
he's been playing lights out, but there's a lot of good guys in this lineup. I mean, you and I were talking about earlier today. Once you even get down into the $6,000 range or whatnot, there's a lot of good guys we play every week down there.
Got a ton of good guys down there. Yeah, it's crazy. So, all right. So the next guy, I mean, it's Mr. 66-footer. He's coming in with some momentum. He's got 2 wins in his last 5 starts. Does Jon Rahm? He was T12 here last year, T11 and 18. And T7 and 17. So I would look at those and say, he and DJ are kind of playing this course about the same. I did actually pull Rahm. So I've got Rahm in this one. I think that I like him coming in. I think he's going to ride that victory. I still hear the echo of that yell that he let out last night. So let's see. So putting, he's ranked 9th here. Strokes gained around the green, he's 6th. Approach, he's 20th. That's his weakest. Off the tee, he's 3rd. Ball striking, he's 6th. Tee to green, he's 4th. And total strokes gained, he is 1st. So I'm going Rahm. I think he continues to ride that. I think DJ's probably going to have a little bit of a hangover from that loss, and I think Rahm's going to. I think he's going to score. Yeah. So
Rahm was, we were talking about him. I played him in some lineups last week, did really well with him. And he just was showing that, uptick in terms of just, hey, a little bit more of a trend towards something you want to take a look at. He won Muirfield and he won last week at the BMW, two of the hardest courses we've seen all year.
Yeah.
I mean, holy cow. The guy's been just the hard courses. He's been on fire.
Well, and not to mention, I mean, he was, I think he had a 7% chance of winning the tournament after his Saturday round, right? And he just that dude just turned it on, man. Again, I think you wind up with a guy that's he had nothing to lose and everything to gain. So he went and played. I mean, he played Jon Rahm golf, man. I mean, that guy came out and he was super aggressive, and it paid off for him. And I think you get that here. I mean, I think that you're going to wind up with a lot of people that are coming out and they're going to be trying to score. I mean, it's not going to be, hey, let me get the lead and let me protect it. I think it's going to be every man for himself, and everybody's going to be trying to score as early as they can.
Yeah. So how did you set up your Fantasy National for your picks here?
Sorry. So I'm looking at the 2020 Tour Championships, DraftKings, and so I'm on par 70, 7,200 to 7,400, and Bermuda greens.
Okay. I set it up for 72 to 7,400 and Bermuda greens. I didn't do the par 70 part, which shouldn't make much of a difference. But for Jon Rahm, putting is the one element that's kind of sticking out as one that he was behind in. He's like 20th in this field of 30 in putting, but ball striking 6th, tee to green 8th. I mean, he's right there for sure. I didn't pick him in my primary lineup, but I know why you did.
Yeah. All right. So the next guy.
Potty mouth.
Who have you got?
No, well, next guy on the list is Justin Thomas at 11,000.
Oh yeah. I didn't. I steered clear of him in my primary. I
did too. He's next. We should talk about him for sure.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I mean, I don't know what's into him. He's not really showing me much as of late. I don't know where he's at and what's kind of going on. I mean, it's he's lost some interest. He's definitely spraying it everywhere off the tee.
He is because his roommates aren't there anymore.
That's true. He's lonely.
He's lonely.
The boys club is not around. So he was T25 last week, 6 over for the tournament. I mean, nobody played really. I mean, there were we have 6 people that were minus for the tournament. But 73, 74, 71. He did shoot a 68 on Sunday. So I guess if there's anything positive, there's a little bit of positive hope there for him. But I don't know. I'm not seeing anything for that price range.
And he was leading here last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Coming in, and then Rory took it.
And
So,
he plays well here. I mean, it's not.
Well.
Yeah. I mean,
but he might have something, a little fire there. Come and say, hey, I want to win one of these. You know.
Yeah. He likes the course, and so tee to green, he's ranked 1. Ball striking, he's ranked 1. Total strokes gained, he's ranked 4. Approach, he's ranked 1. Again, putting, you may mention this, but he's ranked 22nd. So, if that putter's not on, you chalk it up, man. You got nothing. So,
how many rounds do you have on your draft on Fantasy National?
I've got 50. How many you got?
I'm using the last 12 here. Yeah. It's fine. It can be different. That's fine.
Yeah,
I didn't play him either, just because, like you said, the recent form I haven't liked. I don't know where his head's at. His roommates aren't there, Mr. Spieth and Mr. Fowler. So yeah, I think he's lonely. And then Tiger's not there this week either. So he's really lonely.
I know.
Whole gang is gone.
Yeah, he's kind of running solo. It's like if anybody's looking to beat up JT, he's definitely lost his rat pack.
Beat him up, but he might. You know what? He needs to pick 2 new friends out of this group.
Yeah, exactly. So here's
friends here. Who should be? Maybe Scotty Scheffler. That'd be a good one.
Maybe.
How about Answer? Answer would be good for JT.
Well, we could always. What about Matsuyama? He'd never have to talk to the guy. It's like our relationship's great. We never argue because we never talk to each other.
Oh man.
Let's see. I would say Rory, but I mean, is Rory even going to be there this weekend? I don't know. I mean, we need to look and see what the odds are that he actually plays in the tournament this weekend, because I think she's due any day, man. So I'd be surprised if we see a third appearance, a third victory this year. Excuse me, from Mr. McIlroy.
Yeah.
All right. Here's my pick to win the tournament.
Oh, your pick to win the tournament is my first pick in terms of my lineup.
Oh, awesome! All right, well, so good, like minds think alike, I guess that's the saying. But yeah, Weber, man, I think so. Out of the power moves that people have done, by the way, BK ought to give Weber a call and get some notes and pointers on how not to screw up your schedule. Mm-hmm. So Webb was a late pull at the BMW. And I think it kind of had some people scratching their head going like, what, you're not playing? Why aren't you playing? But think about it. I mean, he's a shoe-in for Eastlake. Mm-hmm. And he's been playing a lot of golf. Mm-hmm. He did not play well at Harding Park. And this course played Olympia Fields looked a lot like Harding Park. So I think it was, why in the hell am I going to go beat myself up? And for a place that I don't want to play at, where it's not, it doesn't set up well for me, when I can go rest and I can show up at Eastlake at a place that does set up well for me. Yeah. So I think that was, I think that's one of the better moves of the season by anybody on tour. So I think it's going to bode well for him, and I like him for the win. So he's got 2 wins on the season. He's got 8 top 10s.
And don't think of this too. He missed the cut at Memorial, which is also a very tough.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. And he's got 8 top 10s and 13 starts. He finished T16 here in 2019. He was T4 in 18 and T13 in 2017. So I like him all the way around there, man. I got my Fantasy National board here adjusted, so I think I do anyway. I've got him at number 3 in total strokes gained, 9th tee to green, 13th in ball striking, 23 off the tee. Approach shot, he's ranked 8th, and he's 3rd in putting. I think that approach and putting, I think that's what's going to win him the tournament.
Yeah, when I was looking at these different lineups and who I wanted to play, I was thinking, okay, Justin Thomas, I don't like where the head's at, don't like recent form. Jon Rahm. Love Jon Rahm. Don't like how he putts on Bermuda recently. DJ, same thing. You don't like how he's been putting. He didn't do well here last year. Both those guys are really expensive. If I go down to Webb Simpson, who took the week off, it only cost him 1 stroke going into the tournament, which we're not really factoring in this year for this show here. But he's $11,000. So if you look at like Jon Rahm, I'm getting $1,700 discount on Webb Simpson, who does really well on this type of track. Yeah. Played here before. I think he finished, 15th here last year? Yeah. So
16th last year.
Okay, 16th. So he midway through the field or whatnot, didn't have a great showing last year. But if you look at what I have Fantasy National set at, which is 72 to 7,400 yards last 12 rounds on Bermuda, I think you just went through some of these too. But ball striking 17th. Okay. Short game 4th. Approach fifth. That's a key stat there, and then putting third. So, I mean, I was looking for these putters, man. I was looking for the guys that can putt on this surface.
Yeah, because it is. Yeah, I mean, it's no doubt that they're going to be, and if it just stays remotely dry, it is going to be fast as hell. So, yeah, liking what we got there, man. All right, so great minds think alike. That's it. All right, so next up is Colin Morikawa. I did not take any Colin magic. I mean, I don't know. Where do you want to go with Colin, man? I mean, there's no reason to fade the guy, except when you look at his putting, and he's ranked 28th in the field here in putting.
Yep.
And he's ranked. He is ranked first in approach, though. So I mean, that kind of washes out there. Tee to green, he's ranked number 1. Ball striking, he's ranked number 1. Total strokes gained, he's ranked 6th. Off the tee, he's ranked 5th. I mean, I don't know that I think he can make up for the putting with just in ball striking. It's just which ball striker is going to show up.
Yeah, well, I mean, we look at him in recent form, and we talked about it where he had the recent win, and then he kind of went away, and then he wasn't anywhere to be found last week either, from what I saw. Right? I mean, the irons still weren't engaging like they had been, so it's just he's been spotty like that. So, I think he's a great ball striker. And the stats are showing what the stats are showing in terms of ball striking first, approach first, but 28th in putting, and it's probably because there's not as much of those surfaces in his history or whatnot. But I think I see 10 rounds, but still, I don't like what I'm seeing there. Of course, DraftKings points he's third, so it's probably going to heat me up. But recent form's been pretty bad, and I don't think he's played here before, so that's another thing I didn't like.
Well, exactly. I think that's a big one. And I wonder what Fantasy National, if they've got any ownership projections on him. I think I think he's going to be highly. I think DJ's probably going to be the outright favorite, right? But
sure.
But I think we'll see a lot of people trending towards Colin.
Yeah. Maybe
right.
I don't know, because he hasn't been playing that well lately. I don't know. He hasn't been. I mean, hey, it's going to be like us to talk. Say, hey, he hasn't been playing that well. He'll go out and win the FedEx Cup, right? and he can do it. He can do, and that's why he's there. But I just personally, I like Webb over Colin. If you're looking at looking at all these guys here, I mean, the top 5 guys, 6 guys, you got to pick and choose one. And I picked Webb. You picked Webb. And Colin's good, but. I like the history. This place plays like the setup that fits Webb's game really well. He took the week off. He's going to be rested. And I think he's ready to win that FedEx Cup.
So they've got him at calculated ownership. They've got him coming in at around 20%. So
Morikawa?
Yeah, Morikawa. Yeah.
Gotcha, yeah.
So kind of like, I'm going to spend my money elsewhere.
Yeah.
I'm not spending my money on this guy.
The big doggy.
Yeah. Who knows what kind of meltdown he's going to have at this place. But yeah, so DeChambeau, on paper, it should set up nice for him. It's going to be a bomber's core, right? I mean, he's going to be, so the fairways are big. He's going to be able to, that a lot of trees on the front 9. So, that might kind of jam him up a little bit off the tee. But I think in general, right, once he gets over to the back 9, it should open up pretty good for him. But let's see. So tee to green, he's ranked 13th. He's 5th in ball striking. He's first off the tee. It's got to be yardage, and 20th in approach, and 10th in putting. So, I mean, overall, not bad numbers.
No.
What do you finish up at
BMW is 50th. They missed the cut at Northern Trust.
Yeah.
He's had a couple bad weeks in a row.
Yeah. So, he shot 73, 70, 75, 72. Yeah. So, I don't know where his head's at right now. Yeah. I'm moved on from him. A couple
bad weeks in a row. Approach in this field here, last 12 rounds, 7,200 yards, 20th. That's going to be tough. I mean, off the tee first, of course, ball striking 5th, but that approach is not looking good. And putting, he's doing pretty good on Bermuda 10th. So, yeah, I mean, he could play, but I couldn't afford him.
Yep. So Mr. McIlroy, the dad to be, I don't even know if we need to talk about him. I honestly don't think he's going to be there, but I was bullish on him last week. I thought, I thought he was really, and I think personally, I thought he played better last week. I know I bet him to win. So that didn't pay off there, but T12 coming off last week. So, put together a pretty good tournament overall. So he's first in total strokes gained. He is first tee to green. He's second in ball striking. He's second off the tee. He's fourth in approach, and he's seventh in putting. And he's ranked first in DraftKings points. So, I don't think you can really bet against him here. You may bet against him actually showing up here, but if he plays, he's going to have a good tournament. I didn't put him in though, because again, I don't think he's playing this weekend.
Yeah, I don't know where his head's at with the whole kid thing. He obviously plays really well. On a normal year, yeah, Rory's a guy that you want to play. This week, I don't know. I mean, if he doesn't show up, you're going to get burnt. And there's a lot of guys in the lineup that are playing better than him, honestly. So, why play him? Hideki, another ball striker. I mean, he had a great week last week. I mean, the thing here is going to be the putting. In this field here, 27th in putting. Yep. That's tough. Ball striking 14th, approach 6th. But, I don't know. I didn't play Hideki. Who's your next guy you played?
He's coming up, man. I got Berger.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Got Daniel Berger, man. I mean, this guy, talk about Mr. Consistent. I mean, it's just been week after week after week. So he's $9,100. He's got a win. He's got 7 top 10s and 10 starts. Let's see. He was a T25 last week, but I mean, that course was, nobody played. Well, shouldn't say nobody. A lot of people struggled last week. So he was at this event in 17. He finished 15th, and he was also 15th in 16, and he had a T12 in 15. So again, just with the consistency and what we got out of that guy, I think this is a rebound story for him, and I think it's a good place for him to do it. So,
it's a great place for him to do the rebound story. I had him in a lineup. I took him out. I might play him in a different one. I didn't play him in my primary. I didn't like the putting, man. 24th in the field in putting. I didn't like the DraftKings points either at 20th. So, to green 26th, around the green 28th. I love the guy. I think you've not been playing him a lot lately. I didn't go in that route, but I know why you did. I mean, he's been lights out, and this is his type of place to where, not necessarily the course, but the history here, like the comeback story.
Yep.
And I'm with you on that one for sure.
Yeah, the next couple of guys I like here also. Xander Shofley. I mean,
he crushed me last week. Xander who?
So he's just under $9,000. He's got 7 straight top 25s here. 2 of those were top 10s. He was runner-up here a year ago.
I know. Yeah.
He T7 in 18. He won the tournament in 17. So I think you got an easy top 10. I don't have him in my lineup, but I think you got another top 10 for him, to be honest.
The stats look great, man. I played him last week. He burned me, but tee to green, he went with all these here, and the putting's good at 12th. So I like him there. I didn't play him. I did play Mr. Harris English.
Yes, here's another guy I like, man. So Harris English coming in at $8,700. So he finished T40 last week. However, that's his worst finish in 7 starts. So it's again, I mean, some of these guys, I mean, they're just playing so consistently, right? And it's and not. I think one bad weekend doesn't necessarily trigger any warning signs, right? I mean, they've just been playing too consistent tournament after tournament. So where's he at? So he's only played here one time, and that was in 2015, and he had a T22. So I guess if there's a disadvantage, maybe it's an experience standpoint.
No, I'm not going to say that. Those are professional rounds. Remember when we talked to him last week, they talked about how.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, he played the amateur there and the Eastlake Cup. Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
he's a Georgia guy, so he's got some experience here.
Yeah.
That's why I liked him. I liked him because he's a local kid, and the comeback story here is awesome as well. Plus, when I looked at this field and I did the sort, last 12 rounds, Bermuda, 7,200 yards, Harris English was first in putting on this surface. So I'm like, okay, I definitely going to play this guy with that recent form. And my goodness, yeah. Ball striking 13th, approach 15th. I mean, again, it's only on a field of 30, but around the green 10th. I mean, I like him here. Shots gained total 4th. And, for $8,700, that's to me, I had to grab him up, man. I had to.
My boy, man, I just can't go down this road with you, P. Reed.
Another Georgia guy.
I wanted to, but I think he's tired, man. He's going to make the cut, but
I actually had him in my lineup, but I pulled him out. I did.
Yeah. T40 last week +8. Nothing there that excites me. Too many other good players out in the field. So
well, it's more not a better player. It's just great a couple of weeks ago or whatnot, and the recent form hasn't been there. Putting on this surface, 21st, didn't like that. Approach 25th, didn't like that. Ball striking 27th. It's just, he's better than that. He's better than these stats, but he's just not showing it lately. And I think he's going to play well. I think he could play really well here. This is his type of course, but he's just not striking it the way that we want to see him strike it. Yeah.
So next is Tony Finau at $8,200. I like Finau here. Yeah, I don't have him. Just couldn't afford him with with the mix I had. So he's four. He's got 4 top 10s in the last 6 starts. He was 5th last week at the BMW, hard as hell track, and he played well. He finished 7th at Eastlake last year, T15 and 18, and T7 and 17. I think you had a top 5 out of Tony Finau.
Yeah, I played Tony at $8,200. Last couple tournaments. 5th at BMW, 76th at Northern Trust, 4th at the PGA, 65th at the WCG, and then 3rd at the 3M. So, I mean, some inconsistencies there. The Northern Trust was really tough, not really tough, but just didn't set up for him that well, I don't think. And then the WGC FedEx, another one. So but you look at BMW, PGA, and the 3M, he's had some really good stats there. Last week was a tough course, and he was able to do it. When you look at you look at 72 to 7,400 yards, 12th tee to green, 12th in ball striking. And then putting on this Bermuda, last 12 rounds, he was 15th. So, I mean, I just think this guy's been playing really good. And I played him recently. I didn't play him last week, but I like him here.
Yep. No, I'm following you, tracking with you there, man. So I don't have anybody in the $7,000 range. You take anybody?
I had some, but I had both Scheffler and Todd, but I scratched them. I just didn't like what I saw. I think Todd could do really well here. It's his type of course, He's 4th in putting, so just keep that in mind. Last 12 rounds on Bermuda, 4th in the field in putting. What I didn't like was tee to green 27th, ball striking 28th, approach 28th. Didn't like that, so that kind of shied me aside. Got maybe scared, right? And then Scotty Scheffler, 30th in the field in putting, and that could just be because of just not seeing as many of these types of greens or whatnot. But I just didn't like that either. So those guys scared me away. Sanjay, I don't like where the head's at yet. My next guy's Tyrrell.
No, but I tell you, Sanjay, though, we saw him here last year, I guess.
Yeah.
And I mean, if he's going to come back, I mean, this is a place for it. I mean, he likes this golf course. So I'm not playing him, as mentioned. I'm not even playing in any secondary lineup. So I just could get hot. But that's a big could. So yeah.
I actually expect Sanjay to play decent here. Some people were comparing this place to kind of like the Sedgefield kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
And he played well there a couple of weeks ago, and then again he's familiar with the course where we've seen places he's played well in the past have given a little bit of a push, and he's been doing pretty good at them. So yeah, I think he could play well this weekend there.
Yeah. So you got the Hat Man, do you?
Oh, I do.
His maiden voyage to Eastlake. He's never played here before.
I know. I saw that on the gram too. He was posting about it or whatnot. But I like him, man. So last 11 rounds, 72 to 7,400 yards on Bermuda. Second shots gained total. Fourth tee to green. Ninth ball striking, and then sixth putting. So he can putt on this surface, and he's got the irons for it. He's got the game for it. I like him, man. I do.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely could. He's he's got a win this season and 5 top 10s in the 10 starts he's had. So, not bad. Not a bad pick.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What about you? You got Scheffler.
We just talked about Scheffler. I don't have him. I had him, but I pulled him out of the lineup. Yeah. Who you got? Anybody else?
Not until the $5,000 range.
Hold on. What is this? Uh-oh. Don't save. Sorry. Until the $5,000 range?
Mm-hmm.
I got Kisner at 6,800.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to play him in some secondaries. So Kisner's got 5 top 25 finishes. He's got a T3 and a T4 in there. And let's see, last year he was T9, 17 T3, 16 26, and 15 he was 28th. So he's definitely improving his stats at Eastlake. And I am going to have him in some secondary lineups for sure.
Yeah, and I liked Kisner in this field. Last 12 rounds on this putting surface, he's 5th. Like that. You went through some of the other stats there. I mean, I think he's going to play well here. Georgia guy, he knows the course well. I like him. Yeah.
Yep. Who else you got?
So sorry, I was looking at my phone a minute ago because I wanted to make sure I was telling you all the right guys. And there's this draft alert that came up on DraftKings. All golfers will be assigned the initial starting position base. I was like, and I can't get this thing to come off the thing. It's causing me some issues. The FedEx Cup, man, you're throwing off everybody, right?
Yeah.
I had Kisner, and then I did have Scheffler at 700. I'm sorry. Yeah, put these out of order. I had Scheffler. Yep, that's my last guy. But we already went through him. So,
all right. So, yeah, everybody else for me is going to be in the $5,000 range. So I've got Sebastian Munoz, man. That dude, he was on fire last week. What did he? Let's see. He only made 9 birdies. However, he only made 10 bogeys, and he actually eagled the 18th hole. So, and he made a hell of a move, man. So he hit 52 of 72 greens in regulation. So he was 6th in putting. Or sorry, he was 6th in putts per green in regulation. He gained strokes across the board last week. So I kind of like where he's at coming into this thing. You know, I again with the top of my lineup, I had to kind of go in a direction there, and it's going to be his first trip here. So I like Sebastian, right? He's coming in 9th in putting, 9th in DraftKings points. Off the tee, he's 15th, and tee to green 22nd. So it's a little bit shaky, you know, and you know, at the beginning of the hole, but he tightens it up, you know, kind of around the green, so around and on the green. So yeah, I like Munoz. I think he's gonna deliver for us. Another guy that's won here, shot a final round 65 at the Wyndham, and looked good. I thought he was actually going to win the Wyndham. Is Billy Ho?
Yeah,
yeah. I think. Yeah, he's was he 2nd last week?
Where?
At the BMW. No, he
no,
came in
no,
He's 33rd. Sorry. Yeah, so 33rd last week. But, I mean, he likes this course. Putting is probably his, you know, is where he's a little light at, and he's ranked 22nd and 21st in approach. But everything else, he's kind of middle of the road there. So, you know, $5,700. I like Billy here, just given his experience, you know, at the track. So that's couldn't really miss. I mean, a couple of the other got one more. You're probably going to laugh at me. Finished 51st last week. I'm going Kevin Na.
Are you? That's interesting for you.
Yeah, going Kevin Na. Again, he's it's not great off the tee. Around the green, he's ranked 8th. Approach, he's ranked 23rd. 19th in putting. So, some of this, I guess, reasoning behind it, right? I mean, but, in looking at the folks that are down, in that $5,000 range, everybody is pretty consistent. I mean, if you're looking at them, I think Munoz is probably the best, has the best stats. Everybody else is kind of floating around in those high teens, low 20s on this track. So, yeah. I think Kevin Na's going to get it done, man. We've seen a spark of life where at the Memorial he was 9th, at the Travelers he was 5th. Now, granted, he's had some rough starts or rough finishes with the past couple of tournaments, but PGA Championship, no, that course just doesn't really set up that well for him. But yeah, I'm gonna roll the dice with Mr. Na.
There you go, man. There you go. Yeah, he could do it. He could do it for sure. Well, it's only 30 guys, and that's the strange part about this is it's like when you get that many people in a field, there's not a lot of variation in terms of what you can do with your lineups. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean it's a DJ Rahm show. I think Weber can surprise everybody, but I mean when it comes down to it, anybody can win this tournament in this field, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Well, you say anybody. I don't think Leishman's got a chance of winning, but
he might. Leishman, hey, look at this. All right, guys, just for the kicks, okay? Leishman, who's been playing pretty bad, definitely not his best. Last 12 rounds, 72 to 7,400 yards on Bermuda. He's second in this field in putting. And the numbers don't look bad. Tee to green, 16th. Ball striking, 18th. Approach, 11th. I mean, these numbers don't look bad. I don't know. I don't trust them based off what we've been seeing from him like the last couple of weeks. But, I mean, what do you think, Gal? Where's that coming from, man?
I have no idea. Again, he's probably wishing his wife was having a baby so he could get the hell out of there. I mean, he's ranked second in putting. So, I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
Well, short game, he's 5th. He's 16th. I mean, his numbers, just to look at his numbers for the folks that are, in the $5,000 range, he's probably he's top tier or the bottom tier, but he just can't get anything together, man, on course. So I couldn't go that direction. I don't know what his head's going to be like coming out of this thing, but yeah, I had to steer clear of him. Yeah,
I did too. I was just looking at that like, and some of the guys that we played historically, just recent form. I mean, Hovland, recent form not good. Hey, you know what? Neiman could have another good week. He could.
His numbers don't look good whatsoever. I mean, where's this? So approach, he's ranked 14th, and in ball striking, he's ranked 16th. Outside of that, everything's in the mid to high 20s. Answer's another one, man. His numbers are just shit. And I mean, what's off the tee is his, and he's ranked at 11th. Everything else is mid to high 20s or 30. Or he's ranked he's dead last in total strokes gained. He's dead last in approach, and he's dead last in DraftKings points. I mean, I can't spend my money on that.
I know.
But yeah, so Neiman, maybe. Lanto Griffin, he actually shown a spark of life last week. Ryan Palmer is another one that I kind of looked at, but he's scrambling his ass off to get where to keep. To stay in some decent position, but T40 last week and shot a 67 on Sunday. So I definitely played him a lot over the past several weeks. But I just nothing there for me, man.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm with you there. Yeah. So you said your outright is
I'm going Weber.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you there too. I mean, I think Webb taking that week off probably a smart thing. He only cost him 1 stroke, really.
I know.
And that's not to do with the tournament. That's with the FedEx Cup stuff. So,
yeah. Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's like. I mean that. I mean, he's coming in fresh. Yeah, I think that was such a smart move.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun. This is gonna be a fun holiday weekend. What do you got planned for the weekend?
Let's see. Well, I got a lot of golf coming up, man. So I'm heading up to going to make a stop off in North Georgia, Lookout Mountain. Going to play Mcelroy Golf Club, and oh, by the way, which was ranked the 18th hole. It is the best finishing hole in the U.S. right now. Nice. So should be a treat. I haven't played it before. Saw some pictures and did, they've got a little like a flyover view of the course. Place looks fantastic. I mean, if you're familiar with Lookout Mountain, so I mean it's literally up on top of the mountain. So should be some great views. So really looking forward to that. And then I'm going to head on to East Tennessee and playing Graysburg Hills Golf Course, which I don't know what they're ranked right now, but definitely that course comes with some accolades. They've been ranked in the top 100 you can play, et cetera. So lots of golf for me, man. Hopefully the weather holds out. So.
Yeah, absolutely. That's good. Well, we got some U.S. Open going on this week too.
Yes. Serena get beat yet?
No, she plays tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
It ought to be interesting what's going on there.
Yeah. So U.S. Open action. Well, I got my invite for a fantasy football league. So I guess we got football's coming on. I got to get do some reading up on that. Find out who I'm gonna put on the little squad this year. But yeah, other than that, man, just looking forward to Friday. How many people are going to flip the TV on Thursday and be like, where in the hell's the golf at? Why are they?
I'm just going to check just to make sure,
Yeah.
You sure you didn't want to tee off? Okay.
Hey, so we missed this last week because they did play a charity match on Wednesday. Who it was, DeChambeau and Homa, Morikawa.
And right?
Yeah. So but I didn't really see it advertised. So I'm wondering if it just kind of snuck up, like all of a sudden. So I guess it was something they just threw together. So I wonder if they're planning anything for this week. I haven't seen anything. So.
Yeah. I don't know, man. So all good. So, it should be a fun weekend. We'll come back to you guys, I guess on Monday. We'll probably do something, huh?
Yeah, sure.
So okay. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah. When does the next tournament start? Do you know? Thursday, is it?
I think the following weekend. Yeah. I think they're
So it goes Monday. They get 2 days off and they start on Thursday? Or 3 days off?
Well, hold on just a second and I'll tell you about that. Let's see. So
most of these guys are probably taking that off anyway, right?
Yeah. So 2019 cancel. It's funny to look and see all these cancellations. All right. So let's see. We've got the Safeway. So you got Tour Champion 4th through the 7th, and you got the Safeway Open 10th through the 13th, which that may be questionable, because they've got all those wildfires and stuff out in California. So I don't even know if they're going to be able to play this or not. I mean, they haven't said, but it's going to be interesting to see how that kind of pans out. So
Sanjay will be there.
Hey, he will. He will.
Is Sanjay going to be the only guy from the field that plays that tournament?
Golly, crazy. Let's see. So we've got, so you got the Safeway, and then, of course, you've got the U.S. Open at Winged Foot the following week. So
most people in this field are not going to play the Safeway.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, you got to think. I mean, you got people that have been playing 5, 6, 7 tournaments in a row. I mean, they got to be just drained, man. I mean, not physically, but mentally also. So. It should be interesting. So,
all right, there we go. Buddy.
Yeah, good to go, man. Here's to winning some cash this week.
There you go.
Cheers.
Cheers.